Well, hey man, how you doing? Funny meeting you here. What's that? You want some tips on how to make better music? Okay, follow me. Okay, so my first tip is for you to mix visually. Try to visualize the music that you're making, especially when you're working on drums. Try and think of a real drum set. A real drum set has all the drums in separate places. They're not just piled together in one space. They're all spread out. So you have a cymbal over here, you have the snare over here, you have a tom over here, and you have a hat over here. So if you think about creating a nice wide environment where your drums can live in, you will get better mixes. Also, when you're mixing vocals, that's another thing you want to think about. When you think about a choir people don't just stand in a single file, but they're always spread out. So you have a person that's singing soprano, a person that's singing tenor on the other side. So that's how you mix vocals. Make them wider. If you want to make vocals much wider, you can use stereo widener plugins or stereo doublers that can make one vocal turn into two, and then you spread it out in the stereo field. So that's my first tip. Let's go to the next one. Another tip that you want to follow is to avoid ear fatigue. Whenever you're making music, I know some of us want to spend the whole day in the studio, and that is a problem. Ears get tired of listening to the same music on repeat all the time, the whole day. Take breaks. Music will end up sounding different if your ears get tired. So ear fatigue is a problem, and it's something that a lot of producers face. They end up scrapping good songs because of ear fatigue. So always watch out for that. Take a break, come out here to the park and just take a walk, or take a break and do something that you like. Play a video game, read a magazine, or do something, but avoid ear fatigue. Try and research about ear fatigue and ways you can actually avoid it. If you want to watch another video maybe of ear fatigue, let me know down in the comments, and maybe I can make a video just dedicated to that and how you can overcome that as well. Let's move on to the next tip. Okay, so my next tip is for you to use a reference track. You obviously listen to a lot of music, and you have music that you like. Try and get a song that you like and try and use it as a reference so that you can go back and forth as you're producing. You listen to that track you like, you listen to yours, and see if you're heading in the right direction. Reference is key. It'll help you stay in line and stay with the vision that you want to do, and stay exactly with the idea that you've started with. It will help you make sure that you end up with the result that you're going to be happy with. Usually most of us make the music that we like and the music that we listen to because we are inspired by certain producers and by certain artists. So referencing other music is actually a good thing. I think that'll really work out for you. It works for me. That's what I do when I'm producing. Now let's move on to the next tip. Let me get down from the street. Okay, another tip is to create a checklist of your favorite elements, stuff that you like that is a trademark to your sound, and your favorite things about the certain style that you make. Have a checklist so that when you're done producing, you can always check those things out to make sure that your track has all the ingredients that you love and that define you as a producer uniquely. So always try and make a little bit of a checklist just to make sure you have everything so that you complete your track without now thinking back that I could have added this or I could have added this. That's another tip that I got for you. Now let me see if I can give you my final tip as well. Okay. So my final tip is about breaking the rules. I know some of us like to watch tutorials, just like my tutorials as well. Subscribe if you're new here. And tutorials always show us and guide us on how you can do things and show you how you can achieve certain sounds. But you want to break the rules. Try and feel music more than make it with a set of rules that you just keep following the whole time. No one has ever really made unique music by following the rules. Most unique sounds that people come up with and most unique genres that people come up with, they always come out of someone actually doing something different and breaking the rules. So of course we have rules that say, okay, do this when you're compressing, do this when you're EQing, but try and break the rules and just follow how the music is making you feel. That's what music is. Music is all about feeling, not about rules, because the fans don't care how exactly you EQ'd or how you compressed. All they care about is how the music is making them feel as they're listening. Okay, so that was my last tip. Oh, but you want an extra tip, right? Okay. Let me give you an extra tip. Okay, so my bonus tip is arrangement, and arrangement is everything. How you introduce your elements and your instruments is everything. Try to surprise the listener with these nice, unique sounds that you will be making, and try and introduce them with a variety of nice fills and nice swoosh sounds and nice uplifters, and make sure that you always have a dynamic track going on. So arrangement is key to your track. Make sure you have a really good arrangement. Take your time to arrange your track. You can even have multiple arrangements. In FL Studio right now, if you're using FL Studio 20, you can actually have multiple arrangements in just the one project. So try that out and see which one will be the best out of all your arrangement. Let producers listen to those arrangements and pick out the one that actually defines the track much better. So that's all the tips that I have for you. That's all. I will make more tips soon. I will see you soon. If you're new here, subscribe. I'm gonna bounce. And drop me a like down below as well. So cheers, bye.